Hello, my friends, and welcome to this new podcast. Today, we will talk about something very important: how to live without regrets. This is not only about the past, it is also about how you choose to live your life today and tomorrow. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought, if I had done this differently, maybe my life would be better now? I am sure you have. All of us at some point feel regret. But here is the truth. Regret is a heavy weight. It takes our energy. It keeps us looking behind instead of moving forward. So in this podcast, we will learn how to live without regrets. We will explore why people feel regret, how to accept mistakes, how to make better decisions, how to build a life you are proud of. I will give you many examples, stories, and practical tips. I want you to feel that this podcast is like a friend sitting next to you, giving you guidance. Let's begin with the first idea. Understand that regret is natural. Regret is part of being human. When we make a choice and later discover another option could have been better, we feel regret. For example, maybe you didn't study hard when you were younger, and now you think, if I had studied more, I could have a better job. Or maybe you didn't tell someone you loved them, and now they are gone. These feelings are painful, but here's the lesson. Regret shows us what we value. If you regret not studying, it means education is important to you. If you regret not saying, I love you, it means relationships are important to you. So regret is not just negative. It is also a teacher. The problem is when people stay stuck in regret. Instead of learning, they repeat the same thoughts again and again. Why didn't I? If only I had. But life doesn't go backward. It only goes forward. That's why, if you want to live without regrets, you must change your focus. But ask yourself, what can I do today so that in the future I will not regret? This simple question can change your life. Now, let's go deeper. The second important step to live without regrets is accept the past and forgive yourself. Many people cannot move forward because they are fighting with their own history. They say, I should not have done this, or I was so stupid. But the truth is, at that moment, with the knowledge you had, you did what you thought was best. Think about it. 10 years ago, you were a different person. You had less experience, less information, and maybe less confidence. So, of course, you made mistakes. That is normal. Let me give you an example. Imagine a young man named Adam. When Adam was 20, he had a chance to travel abroad to study, but he was afraid. He said, no, I will stay here. Now Adam is 35 and sometimes he feels regret. He thinks, maybe my life would be better if I had gone. But here's the truth. Adam cannot go back in time. He can only learn from that moment. Maybe today he can take a smaller step. Join an online course. Travel to a new city, meet new people. The lesson is, regret only teaches you if you use it to act differently today. This brings us to self-forgiveness. Forgiving yourself does not mean forgetting your mistakes. It means saying, yes, I made a mistake, but I am human. I will take the lesson and move forward. Here is a small exercise you can try. 1. Write down one thing you regret. 2. Write what you learned from it. 3. Write what you can do today to live better. For example, regret. I didn't save money when I was young. Lesson. Money is important for security. Action today. I will start saving even a small amount each month. This exercise changes regret into wisdom. Remember this. The past is a place to learn from, not a place to live in. When you accept the past and forgive yourself, you open the door to a new future. The third step to live without regrets is learn how to make better decisions. Most regrets come from the choices we make. Sometimes we choose too quickly. Sometimes we don't think about the future. Sometimes we just follow what others want, not what we really want. So, how can we make decisions that we will not regret later? Here are some simple strategies. 1. Think long-term, not short-term. Many regrets happen because we only think about today, not about tomorrow. For example, eating too much junk food feels good now, but later you regret when you have health problems. Or spending all your money on things you don't need feels exciting now, but later you regret when you cannot pay for something important. Before making a choice, ask yourself, will I be happy with this decision in 1 year? In 5 years? 2. Listen to your inner voice. Sometimes people live the life others expect from them. Parents, friends, or society say, do this job, marry this person, live this way. But deep inside, you may feel something different. If you always follow others, later you may regret not listening to yourself. For example, a woman named Sarah studied medicine because her family wanted her to be a doctor, but in her heart, she wanted to be a painter. Now she is 40, she has money, but she regrets never following her passion. The lesson: if you ignore your own voice, you create regret. 3. Don't let fear decide. Many people regret not doing something because they were afraid. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But here's a secret: fear often disappears once you take action. Think of someone who wanted to start a small business but didn't because of fear. 10 years later, they may regret never trying. It is better to try and fail than to never try and always wonder, what if? Ask yourself, am I saying no because I don't want it or because I am afraid? 4. Take time, but not too much. Some people regret rushing into a decision. Others regret waiting too long until the opportunity is gone. The key is balance. Think carefully, but don't wait forever. So, making better decisions is like planting seeds. If you choose well today, your future will be stronger, happier, and with fewer regrets. A quick question for you. What is one decision in your life that you are proud of? A decision that you will never regret. The fourth step to live without regrets is build strong and honest relationships. When people look back at their lives, they rarely say, I regret not working more hours at the office. But very often they say, I regret not spending more time with my family. Or, I regret not telling my friends how much they meant to me. Relationships are the heart of a life without regrets. 1. Express your feelings. Many people stay silent. They don't say I love you. They don't say I'm sorry. They don't say thank you. Later, when it's too late, they regret it deeply. So, practice speaking your heart. If you appreciate someone, tell them. If you need to apologize, do it today, not tomorrow. Words you say with honesty will remove regret from your future. 2. Spend quality time. Time is the most valuable gift you can give. Children grow up. Parents grow old. Friends move away. If you always say, I'm too busy, one day you may regret not being there. Think of a father who worked day and night to give his children money, but never spent time with them. When the children grow, they may not remember the money, but they will remember the absence. To live without regrets, give time to the people who matter. 3. Choose honesty over pretending. Sometimes people stay in relationships where they are not happy because they don't want to hurt the other person. But in the end, both people feel pain. It's better to be honest and respectful than to live a lie. For example, Emma stayed in a friendship that was very toxic. She didn't speak up. She didn't set boundaries. Later, she regretted not protecting herself earlier. Honesty does not mean being cruel. It means speaking with respect, but also with truth. 4. Forgive others. Holding anger creates regret. You may think, they hurt me, I will never forgive. But years later, you realize that the anger only hurt you, not them. Forgiveness is not about saying what they did was okay. It's about freeing yourself. Remember, people are not perfect. Neither are you. Forgiving others helps you forgive yourself too. So, if you want to live without regrets, focus on people, not things. Invest in love, friendship, kindness, and honesty. At the end of life, those are the moments you will remember. Reflection for you. Who is one person you need to call, visit, or speak to today? Don't wait, because waiting often becomes regret. Before we continue, my dear listeners, I want to ask you something simple. If you are enjoying this podcast, if you feel it helps you learn English and also think about your life, please subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe, you don't just support me, you also make sure you don't miss the next episodes. Together, we can build a community of people who learn, grow, and live with no regrets. So take 1 second now, click the subscribe button, and let's continue this journey together.